Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to FF14 Heavensward. Last time, we broke 200 stoic nods. Oh, and I guess we finished Alexander too, so I don't know if anybody really cared about that part. Anyway, it's time to return to the main story. We'll be picking up patch 3.2 storyline. Now, last time we were in the main story, the church was being a touch naughty here in Ishgard. You know, I don't get this. I really don't. I don't understand the excessive fear of change that groups like this go through. I don't get it. I never have. Like, it's like going to your favorite restaurant, ordering your favorite meal, and being told one part of it, you know, they can't do it because they're out. So they offer you a substitute. And your response is to climb up on the table, pull your pants down, take a crap in front of the damn waiter, and yell at the top of your voice, "I'd rather eat this." I don't get it. I just don't get it. Anyway, now it's time to actually get to the main story. Hey, Tataru. Please save me from this insanity, as it once was. Oh, okay.
Alphino, Dekumon, I've been looking all over for you. We've received news regarding Philemon, Hori Boulder, and Coltonit.
Ah, the ancillary scions. Wonder what they've been up to.
Really? Has something happened? No, it's nothing bad. Quite the opposite, in fact. It seems that once they learned the Scion's good name had been restored, they boarded the next ship bound for Limsa Lamensa. They should be arriving any moment now. I probably should have told you this earlier. It's easy to forget how useful link pearls are, isn't it? When they work, I mean. And you don't mind being spied on.
That's right. Link pearls are pretty open and unsecured. Hence the reason I'm constantly getting messages to join free companies. Even though this character is clearly marked as a Let's Play character, I guess. I don't know, people just see the name, they think it's a name. No, it's not a name. It's a way of life.
Quite. But what wonderful news! To think that our reunion is close at hand.
Oh, hey Thancred. A pleasure to see you too, Alphino.
Ah, Thancred. And Kryle. What brings you two here?
Kryle and I have been looking into how we might track down Minfilia. Good idea.
And we just may have found the answer.
Oh.
Dekumon, when you were fleeing Uldar with Minfilia, you said that Hydaelyn spoke to her shortly before you parted ways, yes? Well, assuming that is true, and I see no reason to suspect that it is not, it seems reasonable to conclude that Hydaelyn commanded her to remain behind.
But why?
That is to say, the Mother Crystal directly interceded to guide Minfilia. Admittedly, this is all still quite hypothetical, but I propose that such intervention, however subtle, must surely leave some residual trace, a lingering disturbance in the ether, or ripple, if you will. In order to establish the existence of such ripples, of course, we will require suitable data.
Sounds like a trip to Matoya is in order. Fortunately, I know where such data can be found. The battleground where Dekumon felled the Ultima weapon, and the site of my personal ignominy. I mispronounced that horribly. Wow. 'Twas there that Hydaelyn intervened to shield him from the magic I invoked. Kryle and I will infiltrate the castrum and analyze the ether therein.
The two of you? Alone? Like, I get it that you actually have some skills at stealth, but Kryle's only benefit to stealth is the fact that she's short.
I have proven an act for subterfuge, and I'm confident there will be sufficient nooks and crannies in which to hide Kryle while the patrols pass. Wow. Wow. Just go in there, Thancred. Wow. Besides, if you and Dekumon come along, who will see to Philemon's grand homecoming? That is true. That is very true.
When you put it like that, very well, I will trust in your plan. I know not whether this data will yield a means to find Minfilia, but it will at the very least eliminate another avenue of inquiry, and keep Thancred out of trouble for the next few minutes. Tataru and I will return to the Rising Stones and make preparations for our comrade's return. Might I impose upon you to meet them at the Lumenson docks?
Oh, come on, of course.
Then I shall see to the 4 of you at the Rising Stones. Safe travels.
Oh, we're getting Philemon back. All right, I gotta head all the way to Libsa. Well, thankfully that's not that far of a trek.
Oh, Dekumon, how have you been? Come here, let me have a good look at you.
I really need more female voices.
Thank the 12. One hears the strangest tales in foreign lands. I'm worried about all of you every day.
I don't remember either of these guys' voices. Shoot. Joys of too many characters.
We would have sent word sooner, but the Braves afforded us no opportunity. When they fell upon us at the market, it was all we could do to escape. Tartaru found her way to you, of course, but we were forced to seek shelter aboard a Hanish vessel.
Hanish? It pained to stop being there when you needed us both. But we made the most of it, didn't we, Coldnet? Studied and trained from dusk till dawn, we did.
We would have sent word sooner, but we knew not whom to trust. And with the vast distance, well... But those dark days are behind us at last. I shall be glad indeed to return home and speak with my daughter.
Yeah, about that. We still haven't found her.
What do you mean she's missing? How could you let this happen? I trusted you. Forgive me. I am sure you are doing everything in your power to find her. As Thancred must be. He watched over her from the first, long before me, and he will watch over her to the last. I shall pray for her safe return, and busy myself in the meantime. For certainty there's much and more to be done. The Braves may have bloodied us, but the path remains, and we shall not be swayed from it.
Aye, that's the spirit. To the Scions, and a long overdue reunion, huzzah! Gotta love these guys.
Well, there you have it. To the Rising Stones.
To the Rising Stones, indeed. Oh. However, it seems we get a little detour time over with Thancred, I'm guessing. Okay. Walk up, salute, walk away. I kind of figured he actually wanted in. I gotta say, Thancred, that outfit does not look good on you.
Well done, sir. And with that, I believe we are ready to proceed.
Maybe.
Let us be about our business then. The next patrol may not be so credulous.
Oh.
Why must you be so disappointingly brusque? You're not at all as Minfilia described, you know. I don't think you favored me with so much as a single compliment since we set out.
I don't know, maybe he's just not into Lalafels.
Tell me, did your time in the wilderness sap you of all your charm? Or are you holding it in reserve for your beloved?
This is neither the time nor the place.
God damn it. Kryl is got so much sass.
Well, call me old-fashioned, but when I'm risking life and limb infiltrating an Imperial castrum, I like to be sure of my comrades' motivations.
Oh. She was testing him?
I see now where Alphino gets it from. Minfilia is dear to me. It is true. But not in the way you think.
Sure.
15 years passed, when she was still but a child. There was an incident at a parade. A Gubu broke free of its fetters and ran amok through the streets of Ul'dah. Had I been more attentive, I could have prevented it. But I was distracted, and her father was killed.
Oh. It's a sense of obligation, I see.
I feared she would never recover. But in the years that followed, she showed herself to be more resilient than I had ever imagined. And when she learned of her gift, she did not flinch from the responsibility, but sought to guide others on the path. She touched the hearts of all around her. Mine, Louisoix, every Scions. In those dark days following the calamity, she was our guiding light. our hope for a brighter future.
Mm-hmm.
She had so many dreams, and I would give anything to make them come true.
Ooh, careful what you wish for, Thancred. You just might get it.
My apologies. I can see she means the world to you. I did not mean to pick at old scars.
God dang it, Kryl. Why are you so adorable?
No harm done, I assure you. But fair is fair, my lady. What is Minfilia to you?
Oh.
You mean you don't know? Only my dearest friend.
Mm-hmm.
When I finally emerged from my torpor, I learned that nary a day had passed without her asking after me. She never gave up hope.
Torpor? You were sick?
And neither will I.
I don't know, maybe that was,
Then for Minfilia's sake, let us pray that these vestiges of Hydaelyn's intervention will lead us to her.
I don't know, maybe that was mentioned at some point earlier and I just glossed over it by mistake. What, did the guard have the code on him too? I guess so. Huh. I half expected Alphino and Tataru to be here, but I guess they're inside waiting for us.
It feels good to be home again. To think that everyone is waiting for us just beyond those doors. Friends and family with whom we have shared so much.
And you say everyone, but we're still missing a couple. I mean, besides Minfilia, we still have to find Ida and Palpiama. That's, I don't recognize that armor. I mean, I think that's part Ravana armor, but not entirely.
Gods help me, but the older I get, the more sentimental I become. Come, let us not keep them waiting.
While I enjoy the random mounts wandering by in Mordona here. Speak with all 5 scions in the Rising Stones. I can do that. And they're all pretty much right around this area too, which is convenient.
Aliane, Ephime, it fills my heart with joy to see you both hale and healthy. And what of Yagiri?
God dang it, other female voices.
She is well, though abroad on a mission at present. And it just wasn't the same without you. Welcome back, my lady.
Oh my god, that hairstyle. I cannot get over that hairstyle. What can we do with more of that around here? Heartfelt reunions with stalwart companions brings a bloody tear to the eye. Sorry, I didn't have a belch worked up for that one, and it's hard to get one going on command properly mid-sentence.
To secrete oneself in a ship's hold to secure safe passage to a faraway land. This is a tale we know all too well. When they are well rested, I should like to seek a formal introduction.
Why, wait! Come, there's no need to be shy.
Pray grant me a moment longer at least. Though I am happy to oblige you, my legs are rather less accommodating.
Bunch of oldies. And Hori's over here just having fun with everybody. Ocha! What in the 7 hells drove my little brother to come to Mordona? Why you, brother? You and the Scions, of course. For 1,000 days I trained, that I might grow as strong as you, that I might fight alongside you. Yet now that you are here, I sense that you have surpassed me once more. No, do not tell me. You trained with the Hanish, did you not? But my mouse. Your eyes do not deceive, brother. I have studied the trials of the braves and drunk deeper the souls of mine enemies. I hope that's not literal, because I'm the only Dark Knight in this place. You got it? And he's just taking an R&R time here.
Glad though I am to be home, I cannot help but think of those who have yet to return. Once we've settled in, I would join the search.
I mean, that sounds nice. You can always use more people helping out. Okay, Tataru, let's finish this quest out. I cannot imagine this will be voice acted. There's too many characters around here. Well, yep, thought so.
It's been so long since I've seen them all like this.
I need to make Tataru's voice higher.
Too long.
Mm-hmm.
'Twas the chaos born of my foolish ambition which forced them to flee. Though they are returned, there are others still missing, others whom we cannot forsake. We'll find them, Alphino. I know we will. Minfilia, Ida, Papiamo, every last one. And when they walk through those doors, we'll be here to welcome them home. With me at the head of the queue, of course.
The heck with that, I'm gonna be at the front. Oh, what are my options here? A steamed staff and a cookie. Well, I'll take the cookie. I don't care if it doesn't give me stats I need. I want the cookie. There are, if my memory serves, there are, I think, 10 or 11 quests in this patch cycle. So this is probably gonna be a few episodes to get through all of this. Dang. The word of the mother. Oh dear. That looks like a dungeon.
Thancred and Cryo contacted us a short while ago. It would seem that their foray into Castra Mariandum bore fruit. They asked that we rendezvous with them in Ishtola and Idleshire, where they will share their findings. Rude though it is to depart without speaking to the guest of honor, I expect she will forgive me if I return with her daughter.
That is true. She would probably forgive you if you came back with Minfilia. Oh, there you are. I was wondering where you were. You weren't here in the opening.
My apologies. I see I am the last to arrive. So, what news have you for us? Well, as we postulated, there were indeed what appeared to be the remnants of an unexplained disturbance in the ether at the scene of the Ultima weapon's destruction. A ripple at odds with the presiding pattern.
Well, honestly, I think that could be just as much attributed to the Ultima spell that went off, because damn.
Though faint, the waveforms bore a strong resemblance to those observed following the destruction of the Isle of Vol, when I believe Hydaelyn shielded me with the blessing of light.
Oh, right, that's why you were out of commission. You were on the island when it went poofski, and because you have the echo, Hydaelyn probably shielded you.
To confirm our findings, we paid a visit to the Silda aqueducts. There we detected the same waveform, but orders of magnitude larger, as one would expect of a more recent disturbance.
Okay. So we've got a clue, huh?
Hydaelyn, there is no other explanation.
Okay, so what do we do with this?
But there is more. When I studied the site where Ishtola used flow, it appeared that not 2, but 3 beings had been affected.
Oh. Are you saying that Minfilia is lost in the life stream now too?
Yet unlike Ishtola and Thancred, there was no trail to follow. Our unknown third party was simply there, and then not there. Now, recall your visions of a vast crystal floating in a sea of ether. Though this too is but a theory, studies of gifted subjects suggest that, when communing with Hydaelyn, we briefly leave our bodies behind.
Eh? Eh?
So, let us consider the facts. 1. Hydaelyn interceded. 2. A third being was caught in Ishtola's flow and vanished without a trace. And 3. Hydaelyn may have the capacity to summon the consciousness of gifted individuals to her side.
Huh. Alright, I see where this is going.
You are implying, I take it, that Hydaelyn guided Minfilia into the compass of my magic, that she might summon her body and soul unto the ethereal sea? In which case, we must needs continue our search there. For a blessing, the means to do so already exist.
That's true. We got you out, didn't we? Oh.
I speak of the Antitower, a Sharlayan construction conceived to provide scholars a vantage point over the ethereal sea.
Ah, the Antitower. That's where this dungeon comes in, huh?
Though I know not where its entrance lies, we need only ask its last custodian, a contrary old crone who, for another blessing, refused to join the Exodus.
Of course it's Matoya.
Master Matoya was the keeper of the Antitower? I had no idea. Then our course is clear. We must petition her aid once again. She's going to have me sweeping the floors for a week at this rate.
That nod was to Alphino sweeping the floors. Okay, all the way to Matoya's place. Of course, there's no really good shortcut there. It's just basically getting there on foot, or in this case, on Dragonback. Wonder if this one will be voiced. Nope. Wow, we are slacking on the voice acting in this patch.
Oh, what a surprise. Well, what secrets have you come to extract from me this time? Though it pains me to admit it, your words strike close to the mark. We humbly ask that you grant us entry to the Antitower, that we might use it to seek a friend who we believe has been transported to the Ethereal Sea. And who told you that I could do such a thing, I wonder?
Yeah, who indeed?
The tower was abandoned to its magical keepers 15 years ago. They have the run of the place now. If that is no deterrent to you, then by all means. Is that all? I felt sure you would seek to dissuade us from our course, given your role as custodian. Role? Hardly. The Forum foisted the title on me. During the Exodus, every entrance to the Antitower was sealed, save one.
Oh.
My role consists of making sure no one with ill intent sneaks through it. Such was the Forum's final order for me. Well, I can remove the wards right now. Will you be going or not? We will, Mr. Matoya. We will do whatever it takes to find Minfilia. We'll see about that. Dekumon can go. Take the magicless rogue too if you like. He's no use to me. The rest of you will stay and work, and I'll hear no argument. Those are my terms.
Wow, I mean, I expected it, but still.
Oh, and I should be delighted to accompany you. Lead the way, Dekumon. Thancred, no. Your etheric flow has been compromised. Do not deny it. To venture into an environment so thick with ether, so close to the ethereal sea, would be to risk further impairment. Or worse. But Minfilia could be in there waiting for us. And you could die. And for what? If she is waiting beyond, Dekumon will find her. Trust in him. Have faith.
Damn it all. I get it, Thancred, I do.
Bring her back to us.
Man, if she's in there, I'll find her. The Antitower, now accessible. Yep, there's our dungeon. We finally get a dungeon that's actually part of the main story this time. Okay, let us take a look at the old duty finder. What do we got? There it is, the Antitower. Oh, there's no item level sync in this. In all of creation, what greater mystery could there be than the fate of this very star? To sound the deepest depths, to study the ethereal sea itself. For these purposes and more was the Antitower built. Abandoned by her Charlian caretakers following the Exodus, it has since been overrun by the magical guardians they left behind. Yet were one blessed with her gift to brave these dangers and descend to the furthest reaches, to hear, feel, and think at the heart of this world. What would they find? Well, they would find a dungeon where I need to be at least item level 180, and I am 261, and not being synced? Ooh, this is gonna be a slaughter. Ah. The Antitower. And why is it called the Antitower? Why? It's very simple, really. If you haven't noticed, it's upside down. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I get this dungeon all the time when I'm doing roulettes on my main character. So I know this thing like the back of my flippin' hand. Like, seriously, this dungeon comes up way too flipping often. So we are gonna be able to blaze through this thing like it's going out of style. Of course, first thing we gotta do is actually get to the Antitower, and that involves getting through a couple packs of Paragos and a few other things. All right, let's drop the AoEs here, drop the AoEs. That's what I get for doing a single target first. There we go. Now, unfortunately, you can't really fat pull this first section because every pack of trash is separated by a teleporter. So you have to just work through them one at a time. I know, it's disappointing. But hey, yeah, see? We kill one pack of trash and we get a teleporter. Where's our healer? We don't have a healer. Okay. This might actually be a bit more challenging than I originally thought. I have to do this without a healer. Or at least depending on the red mage heals, which I'm pretty sure they have heal at level 60. Gotta hope they do. Ah, there's our healer. Just late to the party, that's all. All right, let's focus on single target if that's the case, because I'm trying to minimize the amount of damage I'm taking. There we go. Our Astro will catch up soon enough. In fact, I suspect they will catch us before we finish this next pack, right? Yep, they're getting there. Not gonna stop me from pulling. I missed the leech. There we go, I got it that time. Get my old Fang and Claw combo out. I got paralyzed. Oh, that's so, oh, hi. Let me put on a rampart here so I can take a couple extra hits as our Astro finally gets here. I get paralyzed again. It's these guys, the tamed Bifurcus, who are doing that paralyzing, and it's really irritating. Thank you for getting that off of me. There we go. I think, yeah, he did. He showed up just in time because we're already at the first boss. That's one of the reasons this dungeon seems to show up all the time, is it's a pretty short dungeon all around. Anyway, our first boss here is Zudorugo, aka Giant Kermit Wannabe. And overall, he's not that bad. He's throwing a couple AoEs back there for them to play with. I'm keeping an eye on him because I think he's got bubbles. Bubbles are a thing. Let's move away from those. Oh, and then there's that. That is a channeled AoE. So it'll continuously do damage to anyone standing in it. And it's always aimed at me. So I just don't want to stand in it. And oh my gosh, he's already under half. Like I said, gonna melt the poor fool. Gonna melt the poor fool. This guy he just cannot take a punch. Oh. He is gonna hit his intermission phase, however. And his intermission phase is he has turned 2 of our characters into frogs. And they're gonna be chased by those AoEs while the other 2 of us deal with these freaking choir toads. And since he's managed to turn the 2 DPS into frogs, figured I might as well actually do the mechanic. You know, probably easier for me to burn down those 2 frogs than try to burn down the boss. And yes, you did see correctly, he made a Kermit the Frog joke as he was dying. Ah, now we come to the second area, the lower reaches, aka holy cow, who is the architect of this place? Make sure I get both of these Charlie Mimics. Now I can actually do a little fat pulling. Unfortunately, I lack my second charge for Rough Divide, so I couldn't speed my way through here. Give me these 2 sprites and see if we can't clump everybody together. Can I clump them all together? Awesome, that's what I want to see. Hey everybody, a nice tight clump for me to just work my way through. Oh, hey. More fire homunculi. Come on, there we go. Get you guys nice and close so I can AoE you both down if I feel like it. But since it's just the 2 of them, and because I apparently never hit this one, somehow I lost aggro. Ah, there's our stairs. We've got giant freaking golems. There's a treasure chest if one of the other guys wants to grab that. I don't know if they're going to, but it would be nice. And now 4 doors, which means it's gonna be a lot more fire homunculi. a little camouflage, well, or rampart. So I can get everybody close together. Everybody wants to be together while we AoE you all down into oblivion. Much better. Oh, hey. That extra mech turned on. And then it died. I said, we're 80 eye levels above what we need to be, assuming everyone in here is at max eye level. So we are just going to shred everything in here. And look at that. We're already at the second boss. We haven't even been in this dungeon 10 minutes and we're already up to the second boss, Ziggy. See, this is why this dungeon always comes up so often in the duty roulettes. It's because people run this just for how fast they can actually get through it. It's insane. That's a tiny little cone you have there, good sir. Luckily for me, I know to face it away from everybody. Ah! The Stardust. These need to go. Because those AoEs they've got underneath them, they're just gonna keep growing. There, see? We're gonna bring Ziggy over here so that these guys can have proper uptime. There we go. Turn him so the Dragoon can get to him safely. Oh, and that's even convenient. He marked our red mage with his little nuke blast. Now that nuke blast there, obviously, as you can see, the red mage, he's passing it to the meteors so he doesn't have to eat that thing. And that's just a big old room wide, nothing special about that, and that's it. Assuming he actually lived any longer, he would just repeat the whole meteor mechanic. Oh yeah, this is not disorienting at all. Ugh. You call this the upper reaches, I call it disorienting as all flip, because damn. Anyway, now we're dealing with a bunch of wind-up dolls. Wind-up Vikings, wind-up mages, all of them wanting a piece of the Deku, because I smacked them. And then there's our two centaurs. And I think I lost a Viking somewhere along the lines. I did. There we go. Keep the grouping reasonably close. Hey, what do those guys just cast Starstorm? Oh, that's a big ol' AoE I'd rather not take. And apparently I did take it, so ugh. Ugh on me, I say. I should not have taken that. I should have been able to avoid it, or at least stun one of those, but no. I missed. I missed completely. My stun didn't even go off. The joys of being a paladin where you have an off-global cooldown AoE skill that you can use to just abuse these extra guys. There's a magus over here. Trying to make sure I get everybody. Need them all together. Need all these groups nice and tight. Bait these AoEs so I don't have to worry about anyone else getting hit. I think it's just these two guys. Yeah, it is. It's just this one Magus and one Viking for this part. Not much of a threat when we just face down 6 of them. Oh, hey. Centaurs again. Again, no real threat here. I mean, the Magus has the frickin' Starstorm AoE, but it's easy enough to get out of the way of. Honestly, I'm more worried about the Centaurs and the big old rear AoE they have. Yeah, that. Luckily, I can just stun it. Oh, we're already almost to the end. Yep, this is it. That's not freaking creepy at all. Okay! The Charlians were up to some really disturbing shit. Like, holy cow, this is nightmare fuel. I gotta be honest, the music's not helping any either. Ugh. Anyway, say hello to not the actual boss fight yet. No, this is a prelude. These little 6 dolls, the Kalsas and the Barinas, are all gonna just start dumping AoEs down here. That's all they do. With creepy freaking doll lasers. Oh my goodness. There we go. And now that we've got all 6 of them, the actual boss fight can begin. Ah! No! Giant nudie doll. Oh, that's a gaze attack. Ooh. Yeah, that's a new version of a gaze attack. It actually is targeted towards a certain person. That's a tank buster. And I barely felt it. Brace there basically means that she will reflect attacks that are not from her front. So if you remember Cruise Chaser, it's basically the same thing he had with the shield. Not too bad of a mechanic. Lastly, she has Dollhouse. Now who's gonna get hit? Not I. Kind of like the frog thing where it disables 2 of our party, although in this case, instead of being frogs, they're trapped inside evil dolls. And of course, in the meantime, she's just mashing slapstick for chip damage this whole time. Now, if your healing gets caught, this actually could be a touch hairy. Simply for the fact that obviously you won't be able to heal. Okay, you can stop now. Your little doll things are done and dusted, and your knockouts just do not do any damage. I'm sorry. That's a gaze attack. We're not gonna look at that. Yeah, the right answer is face that away from the group and then just look away yourself. Don't be the jerk and run that into the group and get everybody caught, because I think that's a confuse. So not a good thing to hit everyone with. Yeah, still disturbing. Still disturbing. But dungeon's over. Well, now that the nightmare fuel's out of the way, let's see if we can get some actual information out of this place. Hello? Is Heidelin trying to ring me? I think she is.
Hear, feel, think.
Is that Minfilia's voice? It sounded more like Minfilia than Heidelin. Well, if Kryle's to be believed, I've basically just been abducted. Oh no, that was Heidelin, I guess.
Time and space hast thou journeyed unto me, as I knew thou wouldst.
Okay, no, that is not Minfilia's voice. Or I should say, that's not Heidelin's voice, unless they drastically changed voice actors for her. Oh, it was Minfilia!
We are the word of the mother. We, who were once called Minfilia.
Wait, what do you mean, once called? Oh my god. Heidelin's freaking possessed her.
Much time hath passed for thee since the bloody banquet, since I hearkened to her word.
Yeah, Heidelin apparently seized the opportunity to get herself a body.
Mother, Heidelin guided me towards Y'shtola and Thancred, that I might be swept up in their flow and delivered unto the ethereal sea. There, adrift and alone. Her voice silent once more. I prayed. For those we had lost. For those we can yet save. To her I would make an offering.
Ah, I see. So you offered yourself to her service to try and save everyone else. I see.
We speak now with one voice. One will. One word. Unto thee we bequeath the most precious of gifts. The truth which lieth at the heart of this world.
Okay. Lay it on me then.
Thus do we beseech thee once more. Hear, feel, think.
Something more people need to do on the regular. Well. Oh. Oh, are we about to get a little slideshow here?
Before there was life, in the depths of the ethereal sea, light and dark did once dwell as one.
Okay.
But the darkness coveted power, and the balance was broken. Thus was I forced to banish him unto the distant heavens, to forever remain apart, a moon bound.
That's why we keep seeing the freaking Ascians on the moon. It's Zodiark's physical form, isn't it?
In sundering the star did we cry out, and the barriers twixt planes chanced to falter. Across 10 and 3 were we then divided. Reflections of the source, each possessed of a shard.
Okay. This will be expounded upon later, but the basic gist of it is we are on the source, which is basically the prime world, and the 10 and 3 is the 13 shards, which are basically parallel worlds. And we will definitely get into more detail in this later.
Zodiark longeth to be made whole. For his restoration, for his resurrection, his servants labor without cease.
That would be the Ascians, yep.
They seek to tear down the barriers which surround the source.
Okay.
Thus do they rejoice in their ardor, in your calamities, for each marks a rejoining.
Okay, again, this will be expounded upon in more detail later.
Seven times have they succeeded. 7 times hath the darkness grown stronger. 7 times have I failed.
Yeah, so there's been 7 calamities. Each time a calamity occurs on the source, a corresponding world, like one of the shards, basically gets absorbed back into the source and ceases to exist. And that's what they call the rejoining.
The Ascians cannot be suffered to continue. This is my final.
Okay, no, Minfilia is not feeling too good here.
The crystal's power is all but spent. With what remains, I will return you to the shore of the ethereal sea.
Well, that'd be nice. I'd rather not be stranded here.
Blessed children, go forth and seek. Seek.
Seek what? Seek what? Oh, God dang it. Of course they're not gonna say seek what. Well, I hate to say this, but I think we have to mark Minfilia down as an unretrievable. I'm pretty sure yoinking her out of the heart of Hydaelyn is not going to work.
Thank the 12.
Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. I was barely in there for 15 minutes.
Did you find her? Did you find Minfilia?
I did, but you're not gonna like the answer. Wow, no nod for that. I'm half surprised. But I guess it's not really a good point for a nod. It's more of a somber thing than anything.
The word of the mother. I'm not sure I understand.
Short answer is she's basically being used as Hydaelyn's voice.
Nor am I. Cryo?
As unbelievable as it sounds, I see no reason to doubt her. The word's tale. No one was more sensitive to the will of Hydaelyn than Minfilia.
Yeah, maybe perhaps a touch too sensitive.
And if Hydaelyn has grown so weak that she can barely make herself heard, it is not hard to see why Minfilia, having joined with her, might struggle to maintain her own form.
What? Why would she need to maintain her own form? Are you saying she's gone?
Yes. Short answer is yes.
But that cannot be. Not now. Not after all we have accomplished. We were meant to usher in the dawn's light together.
She threw herself on the fire to fuel your dawn's light, boy. You'll just have to usher it in on your own.
Wow, Toya. Blunt instrument, much. Could have been a little nicer about it.
Must you be so ungentle?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Tell me about the Scions, boy.
Why?
The Scions of the Seventh Dawn lay before Eorzea's salvation.
Oh, I see. She's trying to snap him out of the funk he's about to fall into.
Whenever the realm is threatened, be it by Primal, Ascian, Garlean, or any other, we take up arms in her defense, that all in Eorzea may live to see a brighter tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And that's very noble of you. But in chasing after these lofty goals of yours, you seem to have lost sight of some basic truths. To win a war, you must be willing to do whatever it takes. To fight, to kill, and if necessary, to die.
Ah, okay.
The
I see where
path
she's
you've
going with
chosen
this.
is paved with the dead. Walk it with your eyes open, or not at all.
Still not fond of it, but I understand where she's coming from.
I know the truth of which you speak, and have from the first. If the Ascians will go to any length to resurrect their god, then we must needs be as committed to our cause, to unmask them and their schemes, and to crush them both utterly.
Damn. Wow.
Come, there is much to be done.
Yes, of course.
Shtola's got a bit of a ruthless side there.
Thancred, wait! This is all wrong.
Yeah, it kind of is. But this is the way it is right now, my friend. This is the way it is. Oh, wow. Yeah, the fact that Minfilia is non-retrievable definitely hits the Scions pretty hard here.
She's not coming back, is she?
She did what she thought was best. Yeah, that's about that.
I know that. I do. To give all for her beliefs was ever her way. So will we, as we must. What greater calling could there be than to stand against the dark as defenders of the light? And yet, where does it end? The sacrifice, the loss.
The frog minion, apparently. Well, I know where it ends right now, and that's going to be right here. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. Assuming you guys can dry the tears out of your eyes like I need to. As always, I'll see you in the next video.
Like a spring step back, two step, one, two step.